Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. It's me, David. Now listen, I know what you're thinking. David, why are you dressed like you're about to infiltrate a Nigerian prince's spam operation? Well, my friends, it's because today we're talking about scams. In today's digital age, scammers are becoming increasingly sophisticated. They're like that friend who always shows up unannounced, but instead of borrowing sugar, they're trying to steal your identity. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We're arming you with 5 essential tips to protect yourself from scammers. Think of it as your own personal scam-busting toolkit, except instead of lockpicks and grappling hooks, it's common sense and a healthy dose of paranoia. Let's get started. All right, tip number 1, and it's a big one. Verify the source. This seems obvious. Right? Like, don't eat a gas station sushi that's been sitting in the sun. You know better than that. But online, it's a different story. You get an email, looks official. Maybe it's from your bank, or maybe it's from definitely not a Nigerian Prince Enterprises, but something feels off. Your spidey senses are tingling. And you know what? Listen to them. Don't click any links. Don't download anything. Go directly to the source. Is your bank really asking for your social security number over email? Probably not. They're more likely to mail you a letter, printed in Comic Sans, threatening to close your account if you don't update your information by filling out a physical form and mailing it back with a self-addressed stamped envelope. Banks are weird. The point is, take that extra minute to double-check. Call your bank, call your grandma, call that guy you went to high school with who now claims to be a Nigerian prince. Just make sure you're actually dealing with who you think you are. And for the love of all that is holy, don't reply to the email asking to be removed from their list. All that does is confirm that you're a real person and now you're on the express train to Spam Town. Look, scammers thrive on you being rushed, on you not paying attention. So slow down, take a breath and ask yourself, is this email legit or is it fishier than a mermaid's gym socks? Okay, tip number 2, be wary of unsolicited messages. This goes for emails, texts, DMs, carrier pigeons, messages in a bottle, smoke signals, telepathic messages. You get the idea. If you didn't ask for it, be suspicious. It's like that old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, well, it probably is. You've won a free cruise? Congratulations. It's a trip to Scam Island. A distant relative you've never heard of died and left you millions. Great news. You now owe processing fees to a guy named Bob who definitely works at a Nigerian internet cafe. Look, legitimate businesses don't need to resort to spamming you with offers. They have marketing departments for that. And they definitely don't need to send you a message that reads like it was written by a team of monkeys on typewriters who are also heavily invested in cryptocurrency. So what do you do when you get one of these messages? Easy, delete, block, report. It's the digital equivalent of crossing the street when you see someone suspicious coming towards you. Remember, your inbox is your personal space. Don't let just anyone in, unless it's me. I promise I'm only here to help and maybe borrow some sugar. Chapter 3, Strong Passwords. Because password 123 isn't going to cut it. Tip number 3, and I cannot stress this enough. Strong passwords. I know, you've heard it a million times before, but guess what? It's important. And you know why? Because password 123 is about as effective at protecting your accounts as a screen door on a submarine. Look, I get it. Remembering a bunch of random characters is hard. That's why we have password managers. They're like the digital equivalent of your mom's purse. Full of seemingly random crap, but she knows exactly where everything is. And please, for the love of all that is good in this world, don't use the same password for everything. That's like using the same key for your house, your car, and your secret safety deposit box full of, well, that's none of my business. But the point is, if someone gets that one key, they get everything. Think of it this way. Each password is like a layer of security. The more layers you have, the harder it is for scammers to break through. It's like trying to get through airport security wearing nothing but a belt made of spoons. It's going to be messy, it's going to take a long time, and frankly, it's just not going to work. Chapter 4. Monitor your financial statements. Because ignorance is not bliss, it's just expensive. All right, tip number 4, and it's a big one. Monitor your financial statements. Now, I know what you're thinking. David, looking at my bank balance gives me anxiety. And to that I say, me too, buddy, me too. But trust me on this, regularly checking your bank statements, credit card bills, all that fun stuff is crucial to catching scams early. You're looking for any transactions you don't recognize, any charges that seem out of place. It's like playing a game of Where's Waldo, except Waldo is a fraudulent charge for $10,000 worth of artisanal mayonnaise. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a forensic accountant overnight. Start small, check your accounts once a week, set up alerts for unusual activity. Most banks offer this, and it's a lot less stressful than constantly refreshing your online banking app, although I'm not judging if that's your thing. The sooner you catch a problem, the easier it is to fix. Think of it like this. Would you rather deal with a small leak in your roof, or wait until your living room is flooded and you have to file an insurance claim for all your furniture and that priceless collection of rubber duckies you've been amassing since childhood? Exactly. Monitor your finances. It's less painful in the long run. Chapter 5. Two-factor authentication, because two locks are better than one, especially when it comes to your digital life. And finally, tip number 5. Enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Now I know what you're thinking. David, that sounds complicated and I'm already tired from trying to remember all my new super strong passwords. And to that I say, I hear you, but this is important. Think of two-factor authentication like having a bodyguard for your accounts. Sure, someone might be able to guess your password, but they're not getting past your bodyguard without a second form of identification there. It's like trying to break into a bank vault with only half the combination. Most websites and apps offer this feature now, and it usually involves receiving a code on your phone or through an authentication app. Yes, it's an extra step, but it's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Plus, it's pretty satisfying to watch a scammer get foiled by their inability to access your grandma's Facebook account. Take that, hackers. Look, I get it. Security can be a pain, but it's a lot less painful than dealing with the fallout of getting scammed, so do yourself a favor and enable two-factor authentication. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 6. Stay safe, stay informed. So there you have it, folks. 5 essential tips to help you scam-proof your life. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the world of online scams, a little bit of paranoia can go a long way. Stay vigilant and stay safe. By following these tips, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to scammers. Remember, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And if you ever have any doubts, don't hesitate to reach out to a trusted source or authority. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful tips. And remember, if a Nigerian prince ever emails you asking for money, just forward it to me. I've got a bridge to sell him.